Now, within the past hour, there's been an urgent appeal to motorists to stay away from the Forest of Dean following today's heavy snowfalls. The ambulance service says it's having to use 4x4 vehicles to reach people who dial 999, but they still can't guarantee being able to get through. Our Gloucestershire reporter Steve Nibbs joins us now on the phone. Steve, just how bad are things at the moment?
Alex, it's pretty bad. People weren't expecting this. The forecast didn't say it was going to be anything as bad as it turned out. The snow's been falling pretty heavily in the Forest of Dean since late morning. We couldn't get there ourselves. We would turn back at around Huntley. We tried to get there from Gloucester today. I think the starkest warning has come from the police, who have issued a statement today saying to drivers not to go into the Forest of Dean, even if they live there at the moment. They're saying, please try and stay with friends and relatives in Gloucester or Cheltenham. Several vehicles are broken down. The Highways Agency is telling drivers that there's bad snow and ice on the A40 between Gloucester and Huntley. As you say, the ambulance are advising people only to call them if absolutely necessary. They're using 4x4s but can't guarantee that they can get to all places. Also hearing that many people are using sat-navs to try and change their routes, and they're now then getting stuck on the minor roads because they haven't been gritted at all. So if you want to use your sat-nav, I think the best thing to do is just try and stick on the main road. The A417 is at a standstill just outside of Gloucester, and many roads are impassable in Cinderford and Mitchell Dean. There's a special programme on BBC Radio Gloucestershire this evening. They're staying on air after 7 o'clock with the latest information. But the biggest warning tonight is stay away from the forest.
Great, thanks, Steve. Now we are joined by Kevin Dickens, who's working for the Great Western Ambulance Trust in the Forest of Dean tonight. Good evening to you. What's your message to patients there? Can you reach them?
Good evening. Yes, we are reaching our patients. We've put a very robust contingency plan into place because of the weather warnings we had over the last few days. We've got 2 4x4 vehicles working in the Forest of Dean at this moment, and we have got other ones on standby thanks to our local St John County of Gloucestershire.
What would you like as a message to get out to people in the Forest of Dean at the moment?
If you don't need to travel, please don't travel. Roads are the arterial roads. We've worked very close with the Highways Agency, and they've kept the arterial roads very clear so our vehicles can get there. The challenges come when we go into the small villages and the side locations. But also what we are saying to people now, tomorrow morning, it's not just about tonight, it's early hours of the morning, tomorrow morning, the pavements will become extremely dangerous for anybody walk on them. It's very slippery and have the potential to cause injuries. OK,
Kevin Dickens, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Now, a reminder, BBC Radio Gloucestershire will be broadcasting a snow special between 7 and 10 this evening, which will provide, of course, the very latest information. Of course, Richard will be here a little later with a full forecast for tonight and the weekend.